NBA, the media day is back. We'll talk about that in a second. But another aspect to the Dame Lillard trade was Drew Holiday getting traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. Well, the Portland Trail Blazers then trade him to the Boston Celtics, which prompts the question, who should be the favorite, at least in the Celtics? You have the Milwaukee Bucks with Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton. You also have the Boston Celtics with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. You have the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid, at least right now, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. To me, it is a 3-team race. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's a 2-team race. Because if you look, there is not another team in the Eastern Conference that's even close. I mean, you can argue the Knicks, especially when you look at what they did last year. But even what they did last year, they ultimately lost. Cleveland Cavaliers have Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, but they just don't have enough offensive firepower in their backcourt or front court. Nobody ever thinks that the Bulls are going to get it together. And the Miami Heat, they lost a lot of key pieces like Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, and they really put all their cards in the Damian Lillard basket, which obviously didn't work out. I think it's a 2-team race, man, and I want to say that the Boston Celtics are the favorites now with Drew Holiday, because Drew Holiday, he pretty much replaces Marcus Smart as a great defender that can also hit shots. We know how good Marcus Smart can be. And I think Drew Holiday, he was one of the best defensive pick and roll players. He's also one of the better scoring pick and roll players in the NBA last year. We know how good they are, or we know how good Drew Holiday is. And I do think that Drew Holiday, now the Bucks or the Celtics had to give up Robert Williams and Malcolm Brogdon. I think giving up Robert Williams is big. Now, I understand that Robert Williams has struggled, to stay on the court due to, of course, injuries and everything. But getting Robert Williams, I do think, or giving up Robert Williams puts a lot of pressure, and you gave up Grant Williams, remember that, puts a lot of pressure on Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford in the front court. But I do think that on paper, the Boston Celtics should be the favorites. But at the end of the day, it's all about Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum has the ball the most on this team. Jason Tatum finds himself playing point guard a lot more times than he really should. If Jason Tatum does not make that leap, then it's hard for me to consider them a champion, or it's hard for me to consider them a favorite. They can be they're always going to be a championship contender with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and now Drew Holiday. But it's all about Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum makes that leap, then they're obviously Super or NBA championship favorites. But not to mention, I do think that defensively they need, because last year they took a big step back defensively. I think Drew Holiday, if they're able to get back to their defensive level that they played, 2 years ago when they ultimately made it to the NBA Finals, I think that this team, especially with Drew Holiday, should be a championship, or should be a championship favorite. It's really, if Jason Tatum does not make that leap as far as, assisting and ball handling and, well, not ball handling, he has a good handle, assisting and half court offense more consistent, especially, shooting half court offenses. I don't know. But I do think that right now is a 2-team race in the East. Again, the Celtics and the Bucks. The only reason why I'll give the Celtics a slight edge is because defensively, what they can be, and especially at the perimeter. And the Bucks, Dame and Giannis is going to be a dynamic duo, but off defensively, you're putting a lot of pressure on Giannis because Damian Lillard doesn't play that good a defense. So we'll see. But it is an arms race in the East, man. To me, people feel like the East is up for grabs. There's a lot of talent in the East. I mean, we need to see what the Brooklyn Nets look like with Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Ben Simmons. Toronto, are they gonna blow it up finally? Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers. Like this is an arms race, and there's this, to me, going into the season, there's more parity than ever. I don't know who's going to win. And that kind of brings me to the next topic, which is the NBA Media Day, which is pretty much the start of the NBA season, or the start of the NBA season festivities before, training camps and everything. It's wide open, man. I can see a pathway that, the Celtics could win, the Bucks could win, the Heat could win, the Denver Nuggets, the Golden State Warriors, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Suns, the Kings, the people. I completely forgot that Kyrie Irving was on the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, because we need to see what they look like when Ja Morant gets back from that suspension. Is Zion Williamson, because people forget the Pelicans were one of the best teams in basketball when Zion Williamson was playing. Is he going to be able to stay healthy? Like there is so much parity in the NBA. And the NBA feels that. They know that. So you see people like Boston giving up a Robert Williams and a Malcolm Brogdon just a year after getting Malcolm Brogdon, because they understand that getting Jrue Holiday can definitely change their fortunes. This is going to be an interesting year, man. Very, very, very interesting year for the NBA. And I'm excited. I'm truly, truly excited, honestly. So we'll see. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.